Greetings, YouTube. I've been talking to the user Syrian for a few days now. You see, he was lucky enough to open a 6-star Sunspot, and this rank 1 level 25 champion with 7 flare stacks has done an unbelievable amount of damage over the course of the video you're about to watch. And of course, it's also against everybody's favorite, needs a desperately new healthcare plan, Realm of Legends Winter Soldier, because he's always the punching bag for experiments in this community for some reason. But before we play this video, because it's a pretty short video, I do want to read you what feedback he gave me to tell the audience in terms of whether or not you're interested in ramping up a Sunspot. And notice there are full suicides, but no boosts. And on top of that, this is a champion that is not awakened, which is always nice to know. But most champions won't survive such a hit, but in this case, he played how he feels Sunspot is suited best. If the opponent is on fire, Sunspot loses 60% or 57% exactly if he recalls of his power from hitting the opponent. His main source of power gain is from holding his heavy hit and absorbing solar charges back. From there, he's going to build to the level 1 with a launch, which gives another stack of a flare state, boosting the special 2 damage and the damage per hit due to flare state as well. This flare state acts as a fury, but also allows you to transfer more solar states to the opponent and then draw them back. After you build into flare 2 state, it becomes a game of parry, heavy, land 1, special 1. Do that over and over as long as you can to not try to run out of solar states or incinerate. And once you hit 0 and the enemy is no longer burning, you lose all your flare states, which is that huge damage boost potential, and you have to build to the level 3 to regain all the charges. All of this will be challenging, right? And so he said that he thinks all in all, most champions will die at flare state 2 or 3. And so he does use suicides. So he's tending to not launch many low-end specials, but it's always fun to see how hard this champion hits. If all of that is gibberish to you, and if it is, I don't blame you, let's look at this less than 2-minute video and just see how the ramp-up happens. Because you'll notice it is about parry heavy attack, which is, pretty common for a lot of champions now that are newer. Somebody like Domino, particularly with the Red Hulk synergy. But notice it's the parry, the heavy attack, flare state. And this is going to be a common theme in this video. And at first, even with the 12 stacks of Incinerate, he's not doing much damage. In fact, when I watched this video the first time, what actually stood out to me the most was that he was taking more damage off of his recoil from the Suicide Mastery build than he was actually taking on Winter Soldier. You can see Winter Soldier has 82 to 81% of his health, and Sunspot's down to 78%. So at first, my thinking was, well, this isn't really that impressive. I mean, it's okay, but it takes a long time to ramp up. And of course, if he had a stun immune or even limber node against him, it would be a lot harder for him to build up this damage. But what's truly amazing about this fight is that for the first 85 to 90% of it, you're just really not that impressed. And then you hit that part. And your eyes do not deceive you. And it's truly crazy because you're watching this and you're thinking, all right, I mean, it's okay, I guess. He is at 65% health. And then he goes from 65% health to 0% health in the span of like a 6-hit combo, because he does over 400,000 damage. Now, I have waited to commentate and show this video. We're going to watch that one final time because why not? Until after Sunspot's arena is basically done. I think I'm planning on posting this the morning of when round 2 is going to finish. It's not like you can watch this and suddenly be like, oh my gosh, now I'm going to go for Sunspot in the arena. No, you've got just a couple of hours before it expires. But yeah, I've never seen 91, 91, 91, 189. 91,000 3 times, and then a finish of 189. So really, that's, in between 400,000 and 500,000 damage, which of course would be capped on Labyrinth of Legends, I think. But still, Just truly amazing how a champion can go from being like, I'm not that impressed, to holy cow, when did the fight end? So a huge shout out and thanks to Syrian for showing the power of a 125 6-star unawakened Sunspot. Yes, there are suicides involved in the mastery build, and that certainly does help. But at the same time, unawakened, no boosts. That's really pretty nice to be able to see that in action. So thank you again to this summoner for having the ability to give us a insight into how hard that 6-star right off the top does damage, in case you happen to be lucky enough to pull this champion as a 6-star in the future. Good luck, as always, in all of your crystal openings. Just like Sunspot, I hope this video finds a warm spot in your daily routine. Again, thanks for watching, and thanks again to Syrian for providing not only the video, but the detail regarding the gameplay to go right along with it.